There's a saying that goes like this: weak men try to convince the world they are not weak. Strong men try to convince the world of nothing. If you have to tell people you are something, you are not that thing. This idea took me years to truly understand, because for a long time I was that weak man, convinced I had to prove my own strength. I'm Sam Carter. What I share isn't dogma from a mountaintop, it's a field report from my own journey out of that very same confusion. And let's be honest, being a man in this era is confusing. There's a fog of conflicting messages, 1,000 different gurus telling you 1,000 different things. But today, I want to offer you something that isn't new or flashy. It's a timeless, no-bullshit principle that has guided every truly fulfilled man throughout history. But why is this true? Why does real strength operate in silence? It's because of a fundamental truth about masculine energy. A philosopher, Camille Paglia, put it best: a woman simply is, but a man must become. Sit with that for a second. A man must become. This isn't a slight against women, it's a profound recognition of a man's existential project. For a man, value is not assumed, it is not innate. It must be built, it must be forged. Your entire life as a young man is a project, and that project is to define your usefulness to yourself, to your family, to your community, to the world. This drive to build, to create, to become useful is the deepest and most powerful instinct you possess. It is the ultimate source of genuine, unshakable confidence. It's where your self-esteem comes from. Not from praise, not from validation, but from the quiet, internal knowledge that you are a man who can get things done. That you are capable. But there's a trap, and it's a trap nearly every single one of us falls into. The trap of now. You feel this deep impatience. You want the life you see on Instagram, and you want it by next Tuesday. You want the fast car, the fat bank account, the beautiful partner, the respect of your peers, now. And I get it. Trust me, my dude, I get it. I made this mistake for years. I spent my early 20s convinced that I could shortcut the long game by winning a series of short-term status games. I chased the temporary validation found in nightclubs, in chasing women as a sport, in the bottom of a bottle, in buying things I couldn't afford. I thought if I could just look the part, if I could just convince everyone I was successful, then I would be. It was fun for a moment. But it was a distraction. It was like spending all your energy decorating a house that had no foundation. At the end of the night, when the music stopped and the lights came on, I was still the same person, and I hadn't built a single thing of lasting value. Those short-term pursuits are temptations. They are sirens calling you towards the rocks, derailing the far more important, far more satisfying project of actually building yourself. So, how do you start chasing the right things? It begins with a simple, radical understanding. Your real education did not end when you left school. It's where it truly begins. Your project now is to learn everything that school failed to teach you. And that curriculum is the curriculum for a valuable life. What's on it? It's not calculus or history dates. It's how to relate to people. Not just talk at them, but to truly connect. How to listen. How to listen so well that people accidentally tell you everything. How to communicate your ideas clearly and persuasively. How to manage your emotions, which doesn't mean becoming a robot. It means not letting a single bad mood detonate an entire week of progress. It means feeling anger and choosing to go to the gym instead of sending a text you'll regret. How to stomach rejection without crumbling. How to hear the word no and see it not as a judgment of your worth, but simply as information. And how to admit, plainly and without drama, when you are wrong. This is the real work. And part of that work, maybe the most important part, is this. If you have emotional issues, if you have trauma, if you have patterns of self-sabotage that keep showing up in your life, deal with them now. I went to therapy for the first time when I was 23 because I saw myself repeating the same destructive patterns in my relationships, and I was terrified of where that path was leading. It was one of the best decisions of my entire life. Do not wait. Don't wait until you're married and your baggage is poisoning the person you love. Don't wait until you have kids and you're passing your unresolved pain onto them. Get it handled. Take responsibility for your own inner world. Everyone in your future, especially you, will thank you for it decades from now. Of all the skills they don't teach in school, which one do you think is the most critical for a man to build today? Drop your thoughts below. I'm genuinely curious to hear what you think. So, you commit to this new curriculum. You start the real work. You handle your inner world. And what does all this effort lead to? What's the point? It leads to the grand unifying theory of a man's life. It leads you to playing the long game. Here it is. All things that are truly valuable in a man's life, all things that bring deep, lasting fulfillment, compound slowly over time. They aren't found, they aren't won, they are built. Wealth is not an achievement. It's the result of years of consistent earning, saving, and investing. It compounds. Knowledge is not a certificate on a wall. It's the result of thousands of hours of reading and practice. It compounds. Physical strength is not a weekend project. It's the result of hundreds of workouts, of showing up when you don't feel like it. It compounds. Emotional maturity, a strong family, a respected reputation, they all compound. This requires a profound mindset shift. You must stop thinking of your life as a series of achievements to be won and start seeing it as a series of explorations to be undertaken. You're not achieving wealth, you are exploring how to create value and make money. You're not achieving a relationship, you are exploring how to be a good partner and love another person well. This tiny shift from achievement to exploration is everything. It detaches your ego from the outcome. It allows you to fail, to learn, and to try again without feeling like a failure. It prevents you from becoming a selfish, arrogant asshole who thinks the world owes him something just because he ticked a few boxes. And this, my friend, is the only dating advice you will ever need. Forget the pickup lines, forget the tricks. The secret to attracting a great partner is to become a great man. It's to build so much value within yourself, so much competence, integrity, and passion that it naturally overflows and enriches the lives of the people around you. Your dating problems will solve themselves, not because you learned a new technique, but because you became a different person. And you must take this seriously. Because choosing a partner is the single most important decision you will ever make. A great partner makes every hard day easier. A bad partner makes every easy day harder. Choose wisely. This all sounds great in theory. The long game, compounding value, exploration. But it can also feel daunting. So let's get brutally honest for a second about the world you're actually playing in. Yes, the world can feel like it's in a dark place, but it is also filled with more opportunity than at any other time in human history. And here's the kicker, the part that should set a fire in your soul. The average young male today is undereducated in the things that matter. He is underemployed or working a job he hates. He is overweight and physically weak. He is broke, and he has likely never, not once, walked up to a woman he found attractive and said hello. I don't say this to be cruel.
I say this to show you the reality of the landscape. The bar is so shockingly, breathtakingly low. You don't need to be a superhero. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to try. My God, just fucking try. Just try to get in decent shape. Just try to read 10 pages of a book every day. Just try to learn a skill that people will pay you for. Just try to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. If you just try with genuine, consistent effort, you are already so far ahead of the curve it's not even funny. You are already in the top percentile. And that leads you to the simple, repeatable formula, the mantra for the rest of your life. Push yourself. Build value. Share it with others. Rinse and repeat. That's the whole game. But what's the destination? What does it feel like to finally arrive? I have to tell you, it's not what you think. It's not a parade. There's no trophy. It's not a big, loud celebration where everyone finally acknowledges how great you are. Success is quiet. It's a moment, 5 or 10 years from now. You're by yourself. Maybe you're driving or just sitting on your porch, and you'll have a quiet laugh as you look back and think to yourself, wow, I can't believe I used to be that way. I can't believe I used to worry about those things. In that moment, you will feel a sense of peace and fulfillment so deep, it's unshakable. Once you get there, you won't need anyone's congratulations. You'll be fulfilled, all on your own. So I'll do you a favor and end this video. You have a lot of work to do. If this resonated, subscribe, because my work is to give you the tools for this journey. And maybe save this video. The ones that tell the uncomfortable truth have a funny way of disappearing.